Hey, welcome to a Mortgage Coach overview. I'm Dave Savage, CEO of Mortgage Coach, and to help me walk you through Mortgage Coach, I have Anthony Savala, our National Account Director and longtime trainer with Mortgage Coach. Anthony, you ready to rock?
Ready to go. Hello, mortgage professionals. Thanks for joining us today.
All right, so whether you're an individual loan officer, whether you're a team leader, whether you're a branch manager, head of production, or a CEO, we're going to net out what Mortgage Coach does for you. So I think the first thing you need to know is we're a mobile app first company. We have 3 apps. We have the Mortgage Coach Total Cost Analysis app, which I think we're most well known for. This is where we're providing loan officers with the ability to turn their borrower education into a competitive advantage, so that whether it's you were referred by a realtor and you're doing a pre-qual and you're providing mortgage options, you're able to put on graphs and charts, make it super simple for them to understand their options and do it in a way that's a competitive advantage. We're also going to walk you through our RateWatch app. So the thing to know is everything we do, we put on mobile apps so that you have a competitive advantage and so that they're easy to share. So I'm going to hand it off to Anthony. We're going to provide you with an overview of the borrower facing. So this is what the realtor would see, this is what the family would see, and then we'll go into the back end of the program and show you how to create these amazing mortgage experiences, and we can talk about all the value they create for you.
Great, thanks, Dave. So everyone on this call today, I really want you to take away how easy this is to use in your business. Whether you're doing 20 loans a month or you're doing 3 loans a month, you're really going to appreciate the wow factor Mortgage Coach can provide to your clients and your realtor partners. So before we get into the actual experience, just want to make sure you're clear on how this gets sent out. At the heart of this is simply a link of your presentation to your realtor partner or to your client. So I've got 2 examples here. I've got an email example, and more commonly, as many of you know, the text messaging format is becoming increasingly popular with many clients and consumers. So just to show you exactly what this would be like when you're sending over a loan presentation, now what you'll do is simply send a message to your client. They can open it inside of the Mortgage Coach mobile experience, and this is exactly what it's going to be like for them. A full disclosure is the first thing they're met with, so they have to click I understand to continue to move through. For many of you who have your company supporting Mortgage Coach and have rolled this out, this is pieces where they take care of it for you. If you need some assistance, it's quite easy to do. Once they click I understand, the first thing they'll experience is a video narration from you. So think of this as much like a video voicemail to your loan presentation. This isn't necessarily a 10, 15-minute long video. High-level overview of the information you're providing. We'll get to that shortly in a second. But what actually is on the presentation here? So in this particular case, you'll notice by clicking one section, the same information that you present to your clients already is now packaged in a very digestible format. Loan amount, interest rate, purchase price, what their monthly payment will be, what their cash to close will be. And where Mortgage Coach really shines is we don't just focus on the numbers, we also provide visuals to help with the client's comprehension of the information. So whether it's a graphical breakdown of the monthly mortgage payment, maybe you want to show them those closing costs side by side and the difference there. You'll notice as I go into each section of the presentation, I have full control of the information. Also, the ability to pinch, zoom, swipe, all that is possible because this is a native mobile app. So this is not a PDF, this is something very dynamic. And even as a mortgage professional, what you'll find is you can really adjust the information to suit your client's needs. So if any of these numbers need to be adjusted, maybe you need to change something, maybe instead of showing them the next 5 years, you'd like to show them the next 10 years of loan performance, the system will allow you to update that, and not just update it once, you can actually update it in real time. Of course, many of you are wondering, what about my branding? What about my corporate logo? All that's clearly defined and displayed, and with the click of a button, where this is much different than the standard fees worksheet, everything with Mortgage Coach is shareable. So you click a button, you can share it, you can email, you can instant click to call with the system. So the goal here is that you're really increasing your customer experience, and your realtors are going to love the level of transparency that you're able to provide. So with that said, I'll throw it back to you, Dave. I know we got a lot of information to cover, so let's get into the other pieces.
All right, Anthony, nice job walking through. So first thing I hope you took a note of is if you were forwarding your rates and fees, your quotes, whether it's a refinance or break-even analysis, every time you quoted rates, you were doing it with Mortgage Coach, you would convert more of those loans into, more of those leads into loans. you would get more referrals because it's shareable. So as you know, when I'm walking through our website, I want you to see this so that you can understand what we do after this call. So I want to walk you to Member Services, Quick Start Guide. If you click on Quick Start Guide, that is a downloadable document that everything we're going to show you today, we have templates in this Quick Starting Guide to help you. On this Quick Starting Guide, we have scripts, what you can say to your borrower before you present the total cost analysis, what you can say to your realtor, and how to share a Mortgage Coach report. Because one of the things that's great about Mortgage Coach is that these total cost analysis, the families will share them. Or you're meeting with a realtor, you share them a link, and it's a real-time link. So next thing I want to do is, one, make sure you download this Quick Start Guide. You go through it. It's a training tool. It will help you understand what we do. And now I'm going to hand it back to Anthony, and we're going to log into the Mortgage Coach app as a Mortgage Coach Pro, and we're going to show you all the things you can do on the mobile app yourself. Anthony?
Great, Dave. So this is where it gets really exciting for everyone who's watching this presentation right now. We really focus on helping you be the most efficient loan professional you possibly could be. So one of the elements of Mortgage Coach that's really dynamic is the alerting capability. So whether you're out in the field, whether you're sitting in your office following up on client conversation, you're going to get notified every single time one of these loan proposals is looked at. So again, to repeat that, this is much different than sending a PDF to someone. When your client, the husband, the wife, the father-in-law from out of state, helping with the down payment, or the real estate partner views the presentation, you're actually going to be notified. You'll get an alert, tells you how long it was looked at, who looked at it, and now you can take action on that. So just like the presentation I showed you a few minutes ago, it notified me that it was open for 3 minutes and 41 seconds, and I can follow up. So that's one example of being a mobile pro using Mortgage Coach in your business. But now let's talk about, what if I need to get into the actual information from my phone? So you can actually log into the Mortgage Coach app from your phone and get right into the presentations for a client. So if I had a home buyer purchase example, some of you are still mining refi business in this market, which is great. We are going to help you in any particular scenario, but I have the ability, mention video. Some of you want to be able to implement video in your business. It is not difficult at all with Mortgage Coach. With the click of a button, you can get into your video narration. Now I can record a video, narrate it just like they're sitting across the desk from me. And what if I wanted to walk a client live through that presentation? So that same presentation I had just pulled up, let me show you, if I wanted to clarify, make sure the client understood the interest rate they're getting, I can highlight the interest rate. I can touch certain elements, the payments. I can go into the cash to close, even to the point where if I wanted to get into a specific graph and make sure they saw the changes and the different scenario I'm talking about, I have the ability to do that. So as I go through and I'm comfortably walking the client through, there can be more than just one or two people. It can be the husband, the wife, the agent, everyone looking at the same information at the same time. And then again, you as the mortgage professional, you are in control of that experience. But just understand that we are not just helping you with a desktop business piece of technology. This is for you to use one of the most powerful computers you have, which is your smartphone. And now you can use that in your business with every single client and get this out to anyone you think should see the kind of value that you represent. And
Nice.
I know, go ahead, Dave.
Oh, you go ahead, Anthony. I thought you were done with that part. Go ahead.
Well, just wanted to touch on, as easy as this is to use at the individual level. Now, Dave's going to show how we have some really dynamic integrations that can help you make even more out of this.
All right. So again, I want everybody to connect the dots. On the front end, the families getting this great native mobile experience, Android, iOS, desktop. And on the back end, you're able to have an interactive conversation. You're able to add a video. And every time the family looks at it, you get an alert. So this is the best way and the fastest way for you to become a modern mortgage professional. This is a picture of a first-time home buyer in a Pete's, understanding the value of owning versus renting. This is what it looks like to come into the office of a modern mortgage professional, and whether it's you, the loan officer's iPad, or you texted it to the family and now they've got your mobile advice in their back pocket or purse, or whether you're meeting with a realtor, for them to understand your options, your strategies. And remember, these are stories. Every time you help a family, with a total cost analysis, it's a story. So when Anthony showed his app and he showed all the different names, those are stories. Those are all strategies that he presented, stories of how he helped families, and every time he meets with someone, he's got a visual way to position himself as a trusted advisor. Now, if you're on this call and you're with one of our partners and you have access to our integrations, like the Optimal Blue integration, which I'm going to show you right now, if you have the Optimal Blue integration, it's quick and it's easy. If you don't have the Optimal Blue integration, Anthony's going to show you that in just 1 minute. All right, here's the Optimal Blue video. And just in a matter of 30 seconds, we're going to show you how easy you can create a total cost analysis from the Optimal Blue pricing engine. Click a few options, submit for your live pricing, and within Optimal Blue, there'll be a coach tab. And now within that coach tab, you pick the loans that you want to present to the family, whether it's a pre-qual, whether it's rate and term refi, you push on the mortgage coach button, and out comes that total cost analysis. Now all you got to do is go to our share button, grab the link, you email it, you text it, however you're communicating with that family, you deliver it to the family, and now that family clicks on that link. If they click on it from a mobile device, they get your mobile experience. If they click on it from a desktop, they get the desktop experience. And as Anthony was explaining, it's a live interactive experience. So whether you're on a mobile app or on your phone, you click on something, it changes for the family in internet time so that you can walk them through their options, you can deliver the best presentation. It's truly jaw-dropping. It's not uncommon where families are like, wow, my loan officer never delivered advice like that. So now if you don't have this integration available today, no problem. You have another way to get it, and Anthony's going to walk you through that now. So Anthony, if you could go ahead and take the screen, show them how to walk through Edge and create a total cost analysis with our standalone option.
Great. Well, for everyone who's watching this, I think you just saw one of the fastest, easiest ways to use other technology platforms and work synergistically with Mortgage Coach. But what if you just want to create a quick presentation? Maybe you're putting a pre-qual together for a client. I'll show you how easy this is inside of the actual system. So Mortgage Coach was built by top producers for top producers. So what you'll see is you're in the system. It follows the normal top producer conversation flow. Really what I mean by that is we're not reinventing the wheel here. We just want to help you represent yourself as a trusted mortgage advisor. So you go through the process. What are some of the goals of the client? What's their basic information? Some assumptions. What's the purchase price? What's the property value? You're just going to spend a very little amount of time in here. This is not designed for you to be spending 3 hours to build one presentation. It is very quick and efficient. It was built that way. So once you've done your basic discovery, you'll be able to decide what products or what loan scenarios do you want to showcase to the client. So what you'll notice is in the products scenario, you actually can do templates. So many of you, your organizations have provided Mortgage Coach to you. They may have already created product templates, fee template scenarios for you. If not, it's quite easy to do. You just build a scenario that you commonly use in your business. You could build it on the fly or ahead of time. And when you want to use that scenario, simply click the button and apply it. So you have that ability to go through each scenario. Obviously, the same things you're used to putting in, interest rate, term, so forth. Closing costs are just as simple. Apply a template or fill in the blanks. It's up to you how you want to do that. And once you've built multiple scenarios, you even have the ability, like I said, to save that scenario so you could use it at a later date. You'll actually get into one of my favorite places, which is the analysis summary section. So we took the top 35 calculations that top producers do in their business now, and we gave you all the capability to adjust the presentation on one screen. So no longer do you have to hammer on your calculator just to figure out the difference in total interest paid or how much principal will be paid over a certain time frame. You literally have the ability to make instant adjustments and see those numbers, and see those changes. So if the client's not going to be there for 5 years, they tell me they're going to be there for 10, I can adjust my slider and instantly all my calculations are going to reflect the new changes. If I wanted to show somebody total interest instead of total principal, by just clicking one of these toggles, my entire conversation can focus on that amount of value. So again, as a mortgage professional, the goal is not to spend a lot of time, just to be efficient at the time you do spend. Some of you on this call want to be able to show dynamic reinvestment strategies. Mortgage Coach absolutely can support that. We really just want to make sure you understand that you can do a lot. It's almost like an iceberg. You can do it as lot or as little as you really want to with the presentation, but the more you use it, the better at it you will become. So once I've created my presentation, how do I send this out? I showed you early, you simply send an email or a text message. And then once you're ready to do some of the dynamic capabilities, you can do a live walkthrough. You could add audio and video. You could easily share this. And of course, this is that link that you drop into an email and send out to the client. And what does this look like on desktop? We showed mobile. Quickly show you that same information package for a desktop experience. Looks like this. If I wanted to show somebody a 5% down purchase versus a 30-year fixed FHA scenario, I can compare things like the different interest rates. I can compare the different levels of cash to close. And as I go through the presentation, again, I'm driving the differences to help the client make an educated decision. The goal for you here is, again, to focus on what's important for the client, what's going to matter to them, and use the system to highlight that value. For some of you with the refinances I mentioned previously, again, it's going to look just as good with purchases as it is with refis, but you can go through each section. If I'm saving somebody $400 a month, I could show them not only how I save them that money, the total interest they're paying is significantly less over the life of the loan. And if you even wanted to, you could show them how you could take some of that money, put it back towards the mortgage, and still pay off the mortgage faster than the mortgage they've been in for 5 years. So a lot can be done with the system. Just want to make sure you understand that it's not just products. Think about scenarios, and you can make the most out of the scenarios. But this is a lot of technology. We understand that. The goal is that you don't just buy technology and see all the bells and whistles. The goal is that you know how to use it and implement it. So with that said, I'll throw it back to Dave so he could touch on all the training and all the help that we provide to our membership base.
All right, so back to the website. You'll notice that if you go to the Connect, there's examples and there's calendar. So I'm going to do the examples first. You're looking at examples. Within this examples, we have experiences, which would be pictures of Mortgage Coach in real life scenarios with borrowers, with realtors. And then we have actual examples. So these are real life total cost analysis experiences. If you click on the picture, here's a refi scenario. Here's a purchase power situation with Kelly Zitlow, Danny Harani, rent versus own, and the list goes on. These are all top Mortgage Coach professionals where they have created scenarios using Mortgage Coach, you know, a mortgage insurance scenario, a move up, you know, a scenario where Frank Blakely is showing someone, hey, what if you bought now, or what if you waited and rates went up 0.5% and values went up 3%, you know, how much better off would you be buying now? So we have lots of scenarios, lots of strategies. We also have a YouTube page. I've heard from lots of loan officers that have literally learned the mortgage business, learned how to sell from videos from our YouTube page. So we have all kinds of videos. We've got our Tuesday calls. We've got the best calls of 2016, branch manager training, leadership calls, sales leadership calls, change management, essential training. I mean, we have hundreds of videos, social marketing, hundreds of videos to make you better. But just to showcase some of the top interviews of 2016, everybody on here is either a superstar mortgage professional like Wally Elderberry. This is an incredible call. Been watched hundreds of times. Tom Ferry, Daniel Harkavy, one of the top 100 loan officers, Steve Grossman. You know, all kinds of ideas. We had Jocko, the author of Extreme Ownership. So tremendous amount of content every single day of the week. So also on our calendar, so if you click on Connect and you go to calendar, all of our training every single day of the week is listed here. So this coming week, I'm going to be interviewing a coach on social selling. The couple weeks later, I'm interviewing a former Navy SEAL on grit. And every single Thursday, we're answering your questions. Every Wednesday, we're doing mobile training. So we're showing you how to use mobile devices to execute as a mortgage professional. So Anthony and I could go on for literally an hour with all the different tools and features that you will have as a mortgage coach. We're going to show you one more quick overview of RateWatch, but the best thing to do is just get started. We'll talk to you after Anthony goes. If you're an individual loan officer and you just want to sign up now, it's $90 a month. You know, you can cancel anytime. You can sign up and get started and get trained. We will make you a better trusted advisor through our training. And as you can see, we've got some amazing tools to help you execute as a trusted advisor at a higher level. So Anthony, why don't you give a quick overview of RateWatch, and then we'll talk about next steps and help everybody get started.
Great. So everyone, Dave just mentioned, to be a trusted mortgage advisor, one of the most important things you could do is not only know how to convey mortgage value, but understand what's going on in the market. So we give you more than just the loan proposals. We actually include one more thing, and that's the RateWatch mobile app. So you get market updates in the palm of your hand. I'm going to jump into the app now on my mobile. RateWatch is a dynamic MBS monitoring platform, basically going to show you, are we up, are we down? What kind of changes are happening in the marketplace? What does it mean for me? Today is a relatively flat day. If we were up, this would be a green screen. If it was a down day, it'd be a red screen. And then as a mortgage pro, I can even see the kind of movement we've had since the opening bell. So what makes this a little different than some of the other platforms out there is this is actually a mobile app. So with a click of a button, you're going to have all this information. It's dynamic, so you can share it. You could text it, email it, post it to Facebook. Anybody who maybe hasn't locked their loan yet, you could show them, hey, I'm watching the market all day, every day. Here's one of the tools I use to do so. It's called RateWatch, and I use it every day. So you can do things like day watch. Many of you like to understand what the expert have to say about the market. So we provide you with daily commentary. You can watch this while you have a cup of coffee in the morning. But the goal is that, again, not only a trusted mortgage advisor when it comes to explaining different mortgage scenarios, but you're able to be leaned on as someone who understands what the market's doing, why it's doing it. And even if you wanted to track your views from Mortgage Coach, it all connects in what we call the Mortgage Coach ecosystem. So if I've had a lot of activity and I'm just following up on the market and want to see what's happening in MBS world, with a click of a button, I can jump into my Mortgage Coach Edge Views tab, and now I can see, look at all the total cost analysis presentations that were viewed. You can go right into every single one of them, make a quick phone call and follow up with the client. Even for our open house presentations or our rent versus own presentations, all of those are going to be captured and cataloged for you. And of course, lender changes. If you just want to know, again, not necessarily exact pricing, but if you want to see how many lenders are shifting positive, how many lenders are shifting negative, RateWatch is going to provide all that for you. It's on your smartphone. You don't have to, it's not rocket science at all. You download it once, now you have all this information available to you, and you can start using it. Even to the point where if you want to adjust parameters and get into something specific, you have that capability. So with that said, I look forward to hearing about all the success stories from everyone on this call who's considering becoming a Mortgage Coach member. I think if you make the investment in yourself, you won't regret it. I've got the track record of talking to many mortgage professionals who have made that decision.
All right, so here's how to get started. If you're an individual loan officer, you want to get started now, super simple. You go to Member Services and you click on New Member Sign Up. So simple click of a button. Right now, you put in your name, you put in your email, password, click to the next option, and that'll walk you through a sign-up process, and literally you will get an email immediately. You will have immediate access. If you are head of production, branch manager who wants us to talk to your executive suite, or if you're already a partner, you can probably email support@mortgagecoach.com, and we'll put you in touch with your administrator who can turn you on. By the way, you would know if you're a partner. If you're not a partner and you're a manager and you want us to talk about turning on some integrations and rolling out Mortgage Coach as a platform to all your loan officers, email sales@mortgagecoach.com. I've got some of our integrations on the screen right here, just going through them. HBM is our newest integration, but we integrate with a number of CRMs, a number of LOSs, a number of the industry's pricing engines, Motivity, the industry's business intelligence platform. So there's a lot of ways to connect with Mortgage Coach. We hope you become part of our community. As I mentioned, every Tuesday, I'm interviewing amazing people. Last year, I interviewed Simon Sinek. Every year, I interview top loan officers, like Jay. Last year, I interviewed Dave Ramsey. I'm hoping to have Dave Ramsey back on in 2007, and Simon Sinek. and many other amazing leaders. So we hope you join us, you become part of this community. As I showed you, it's very easy to get started. Everything you need to do, you can do through our website. And if you have questions or you want to learn more, email support@mortgagecoach.com. But I do recommend you take action immediately, because here's the deal. You are paying for Mortgage Coach right now. Every day you don't use Mortgage Coach, it's costing you referrals. Every month, it's costing you loans. So what is a loan worth to you? Most loan officers would say a loan is worth more than $1,000 to them. So every month you would get at least one extra loan as a result of being a Mortgage Coach. So you're paying $1,000 or more a month by not being a Mortgage Coach. Sign up today, $90 a month, and become a Mortgage Coach. Not only will you close more business, convert more business, you're just going to like your job better. Because when you are a professional and you're a modern professional, we're making your job easier. A lot of folks look at what we do and they're like, oh, that's different than what I'm doing, it's better. They're concerned it would take them extra time. It doesn't take you extra time. Every top producer that uses our product would tell you that it saves them time. I mean, there's a reason that 34% of the top 1% mortgage professionals, they use Mortgage Coach. They use it not only because it wins more business, but because it saves them time. Once you've created 5, 10 total cost analysis experiences, it will actually take you less time to have a borrower conversation. It'll actually save you phone calls. So get started. It saves you time, and obviously it makes you money. Anthony, any last comments you want to say before we wrap up today's call?
Well, I just appreciate the business professionals today for taking the time to hear about how Mortgage Coach can help your business, and I look forward to hearing your success stories. Please share them with us. We always like to hear them.
Have a great day, everybody. We look forward to having you on our team.